viewers, welcome to Bali Vision program in your voice segment with me, Cak Devi. We are now in a garden of cultural observer WIJAYA, and we are going to look at his collection of Majapahit artifact. Sir, what is this statue?
With that beautiful aquiline shape, and it had the lotus, which is a symbol of Buddhism. So I think these were actually Buddhist worshipping vessels, or the urns of the cremated bodies of Buddhists.
Sir, what is this statue?
This is a Majapahit figure from our water temple that I've used in this statue design. So in this house I've used in the architecture and in the statuary lots of Majapahit influence. The Gajah, which is half elephant, half fish, it's a popular mythological creature of the Majapahit era. And the coaches of Cirebon, a great Majapahit capital, are actually Gajah coaches. And still in Bali you will find in Sanur, on the sampans, when they decorate the prow, the sailing vessels, they will be decorated in the Gajah at the front way for protection from the malign spirits in the ocean.
Sir, what is this unusual carvings?
Nearly all the surviving carved timber work of Majapahit is very ornate, very refined, almost Chinese influence. And these Changawang brackets from the palace of Purikanginan, the Rotterdam Pavilion, the Amsterdam Pavilion in East Bali, show that sort of Majapahit influence. And even this wonderful Kala head, which is very early Hindu era, Singhasari Bhairavi Hinduism. That's a magnificent piece. It's actually done in the 20s by some, probably by the Balinese and the Chinese carvers of the court. The Chinese being a gift from the King of Canton to the...
Sir, we see many red brick gates in Denpasar. Is this the copy?
Also, I tried to do a sort of museum of Balinese and Javanese gates and doors, but this is the Majapahit one, red brick in the Denpasar style. So my big glove is the Chikoda Majapahit, Chikoda Manikamachutan, and this is a Majapahit door, made in Bali, but in the Majapahit style. We have the twin wind lions, which is very Majapahit. These statues are very Majapahit in style, being quite stylized, white. They're used here in this, my sliper room shrine, but it's actually the bunting, the which is like the wayang painting of Java, the wayang Bebek, probably the wayang style of Amazon in Kungkung, came in the Majapahit time.
Sir, what is this deer statue?
The deer was the symbol of Majapahit, the great Hindu-Javanese empire. And in any shrine or any house in Bali where you find a Majapahit, a wooden Majapahit deer bust, often it's golden deer from the Ramayana, of course, you know that that house is from the exodus of Hindu-Javanese to Bali over the 13th, 14th, 15th century, when Majapahit turned Islam in Java. And this was from the famous collection of Donald Friend, who collected Majapahit jewelry, and particularly these deer statues. There are many famous paintings of the collections of Donald Friend, the Australian artist who lived in Bali in the 1960s.
And sir, which is the best statue in your collection?
The statues of North Bali are quite unique in that they were the first statues to be anatomically correct. They were actual representations of the priest and priestess of these family house temples. And the costume is nominally Majapahit for the holy people. It has a Chinese influence. We must recall that Majapahit was a quarter Chinese, it had an Arab quarter, it had a Buddhist quarter. So these are very special. The gate that belongs to these statues is in the Grand Hyatt in Nusa Dua.
How do you use Majapahit influence in your garden art, sir?
Well, here's a good example. Earlier you saw a Majapahit urn, which I found in Surabaya many years ago, and I've tried to sort of recreate in this pot stand, the pot stands of ancient Majapahit, and it's a very, very beautiful shape, and it takes the fern beautifully.
Thank you, Pak Made. It's a beautiful garden, and I love your collection here.
Thank you, Devi.
Well, viewers, that's our interview with the cultural observer Pak Made WIJAYA. We are going back to studio. Thank you for watching.